Hey everybody, it's Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with Hokey weather facts for March 7th of 2024. We are talking about the eclipse. We're talking about the time change, all of those things happening pretty soon here. Since 2006, the average percentage of the sky that's covered by clouds on April 8th in Louisville has been 68.9%. Yikes, that does not bode well for April 8th of this year because climatologically speaking, April and early April in specificity here, that's typically a pretty cloudy time around here. Keep your fingers crossed. It's still too early for the actual forecast for April 8th just yet. We switched to daylight saving time this weekend, meaning we changed the clocks ahead 1 hour, Saturday night to early Sunday morning. And a lot of folks are like, we still do that? What about all the Senate bills that have been introduced to get rid of that or make it permanent? There's a lot of confusion surrounding that. And yes, we still do daylight saving time. And amidst the moving and shaking, some of us may remember a time back in the 70s when permanent daylight saving time was tried here in the United States. In fact, Congress enacted it back in 1973 for 1974 and 1975. They wanted to try a 2-year period during the oil crisis of the 70s here to maybe save a little bit of energy by making daylight saving time, where we turn our clock forward 1 hour, permanent year-round for 2 years. And public sentiment was very positive on this. In fact, I'm reading here from the New York Times that a National Opinion Research Center of the University of Chicago poll found that 79% of people interviewed in December of 1973 wanted daylight saving time to be permanent. The problem is, by February of 1974, only 2 months into this experiment, that public sentiment had dropped to a 42% approval rating on permanent daylight saving time. Kids were going to school in the dark. What would typically be 7:45 in the morning for a sunrise turned to 8:45 in the morning. So a lot of kids were going to school early without the sun. They were using flashlights, according to these articles I've read here. So Congress got fed up with it, and it was repealed after only 8 months in late 1974 of that 2-year experiment there. So daylight saving time was tried permanently back in the 70s, but it only lasted for an 8-month period. I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke.